Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3781. It's a special dedication to Dulcie, who has been stuck here for a long time. And I can see why. It's listed as hard, but just looking at what we have to do, I think it probably deserves a stronger designation than hard. But I don't know, I haven't played yet. So let's jump in and see. We've got 12 moves to collect both 8 red and 8 yellow. They are down here, so we don't have to worry about lucky candies. They do appear on the board, but we have to get to these keys in order to open these. And then once we can collect them, they should all kind of collect themselves because we've got these nice rows here of 4. They'll even make some stripes, but hopefully we don't need them. I've got dark chocolate, waffles, frosting, and licorice swirls in the way, and licorice locks, in order to try to get to the keys. And then of course I've got the sugar chests which incorporate these, but you know, we'll see what we can do. If I could make some stripes along here. Oh, and we have conveyor belts, that always adds a twist. But if I could get some stripes, then what might happen is I can hit these without getting through this deep dark chocolate, which would be lovely, but it's probably not likely because as I make moves here, I'm probably going to be getting more and more swirls to show up on the board. The deal with these swirls is they're like chocolate in some ways. If I take one out on a turn, then new stuff falls. If I don't take one out on a turn, then new stuff can fall. But it looks like there's a delay. Nope, there was no delay. I got it right away, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm going to have to struggle with those. And look at this. I only have 4 moves and I have not made any progress towards this. I'm just now kind of trying to figure out the board. So what I have to do, I think, is really pay attention to what I can get done for stripes. This is going to be so tough. We're going to have to rely on luck. Now, that does not mean that we rely totally on luck. It means that we won't be able to complete this board without a good deal of luck, but that once the luck shows up, we have to be very careful and make the best moves possible because we have to capitalize on that luck that probably doesn't show up very often. So I'm going to pause the recording, come back with a new board. I don't even know if I'm going to do any better. I usually say at this point in time, well, I can't do worse. And that's true, but I could do just as bad on this one if I can't get any stripes to open this up. I think really that's what I'm going to need. Or color bombs. It's just hard because we have a limited field. So I'm going to try to open up this field quickly so that I have more space to make more things to attack this. I'll be right back. Okay, I need to get through these waffles and the frosting and hopefully the chocolate, but I have less opportunity there, less hope for success. I do not care at all about the licorice at this point in time. It is set to overwhelm me. Oh, look at that. And I just have to deal with it. Now the question is, can I set this up with a stripe? Well, I have to wait for it to run the rails because any stripe I make is going to be far away from it. Should I just open up all green or all blue? Oh, it's a tough one here. I think I'm going to go ahead and make this stripe and just keep opening things up here. I only have 6 moves. 1, 2, 3... and then 4, 5, 6, it's going to be kind of stuck down here, isn't it? I'm not willing yet, but very soon to take that out. I'm trying to break through. All right, now I'm willing to take out all green from the board, concentrate the colors, and open up these guys. Now if the chocolate grows on these, what happens is it collects them. But with only a couple of moves left, this is not likely to go very far. So now we see that even with a bit of luck, we have to get so much luck. It has to be sustainable luck throughout the entire board. I needed that color bomb, but I also needed it to match with a green stripe so I could clear this out, or a blue stripe so I could clear this out and get this open. And that didn't work. And because of the position of the color bomb being on the conveyor belt, I didn't have much chance of getting it to work. So we see now the glimmer of hope, and not quite the hope. And the problem is, on these levels that rely predominantly on luck, I will just blow out my vocal cords if I keep trying to record this. So what I'm going to do now is pause the recording, come back without the microphone, and then keep working on this. And eventually I'll get it to the point where I've got something important to say, and then I'll bring the mic back on. So be right back without mic until there's something important to say. Okay, so things are going fairly well, but we are not there yet. We still have to collect 2 keys to get this done, and we only have 2 tries at it. If I take out all blue, I collect this and I open this up. Plus, I change the board a little bit. I would love to be able to set this up with another special. I just don't have the turns to be able to do that. I've got to get it all done at once, don't I? If I do this and make a stripe, I would also make a stripe with the blue. I would drop this down a bit, but there's not a way to ensure that this is going to be set up with a special. So I'm going to take out all blue, which concentrates the colors and gives me a better shot at everything else. Of course, right when I'm about to get it, that's when I get a call. Let me shove that in the drawer. All right, so I think I've got it now, because I'm going to put the color bomb, because I took out a color, it concentrated everything down, right? And because that happened, I was able to get some color bombs, and now I can match with purple. And that should open this up and get me what I need. There we go. But it certainly wasn't easy. I did notice a few things though. Working along this edge is definitely the best way to approach this. I've got to be able to cut through that chocolate. Now I'm not going to be able to cut through that chocolate unless I get some luck in some specials that can help me blast through there. But once I get those specials, I'm not going to worry about clearing things out over here. It's going to be all the way over to that chocolate. That's where I have to work as best I can. And then the other thing is that I need to be prepared to collect those keys on my own, because that chocolate doesn't usually grow over the keys because it can grow upward instead of outward. So I've got to kind of do all that work on my own. Now, all that being said, Dulcie, that took me 47 tries to get that done. I'd say between 40 and 50, let's say, because I may not be exactly accurate on how many it took, but I think it was about 47 tries. So it is tough to be able to get that close, but work over to the left as much as you can. Also, those conveyor belts, if you can clear that out, you've got a better shot of making specials in that area, as we've seen. So work on that as well. The conveyor belts, especially the ones over by the chocolate. If this was helpful, I'd ask that you folks consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.